Hello, hello. I think we are getting started. We are live in all the places. This is getting easier. This is what happens with repetition. We're going to jump right into our topic. Ayurveda, Ayurveda, how do you say it? What does it mean? I'm going to tell you all about it in today's mini podcast, whatever this is called, episode of Billable Hour Burnout. All right, everybody, if you're new to this, if you need helpful tips, tactical advice, things that are actually going to give you the career of your dreams without the stress or overwhelm, you are in the right place. If you're finding yourself here today, it means you are ready to experience more balance, more ease, more confidence, and you're ready to do it without having to quit your job or burn down your life. My name is Lauren Baptiste. I am your former Big Four auditor, corporate dropout turned life coach, and you're listening to Billable Hour Burnout. On the show, I'm sharing, I love calling it the show. This is a show, right? On the show, I'm sharing simple tactics, easy to implement tools, mindset strategies catered to the modern accountant, consultant, and attorney. You ready for today's conversation? Let's go. All right. That's me doing my intro. So I hope you're enjoying it. Maybe one day I'll have someone else speak over it. But for now, that's my intro. I just first want to recap and thank everybody who came to last week's Westchester Women's Summit. The event ended up being sold out, which was so cool. It ended up filling 25% more than the year before, which is amazing. The panel that I was on was filled with some of the smartest women, some of the most knowledgeable, wise, expert women that I just was so happy to be on. I felt like we complemented each other perfectly. We talked about if you didn't capture some of the posts that I had been sharing, we talked about the yes dilemma, how to say no without the guilt. So if you didn't get a chance to join us at the panel, I know some of you have even reached out to me being like, I missed your panel. How can I hear what happened? So if you want to hear at least my side of the story, you can listen to last week's episode of Billable Hour Burnout, where I talked about what it meant from my perspective. There's going to be so many more follow-ups. There was so many gems that came from that day as I was like on the panel and they're talking and I'm just taking notes. It was phenomenal. So anyway, feel free to check that out if that's something you want to hear more about. But I also want to talk about this week being such a big week. Happy spring, everybody. This week also is International Day of Happiness, which also happens to be the birthday of my business, Akaloa Wellness. We are entering the 7th year now. So we completed 6 years. We are officially over 6 years old. We are entering our 7th year. And there's just this incredible up-leveling that's been happening in my business, in my life, in the lives of my clients. And that's honestly just what gets me out of bed and so excited every day to serve is just this impact that everyone is getting and benefiting from. So it's been just a win-win-win. And as part of my leveling up, I did a fun photo shoot. That was really exciting. I did that last weekend, so you'll start to see all the photos come through. And I changed my Instagram handle. So now I am called at the Lauren Baptiste. I'm all about simplicity. I'm all about ease and impact this year. So if you've been seeing my posts, impact, ease, impact, ease. So instead of a company that people are struggling to say through Akaloa Wellness or not really understanding what my handle means, it's like, let's just focus on it being a little bit more about me. And as you learn about me, you'll totally understand what Akaloa Wellness means. So company's not going away, but just feeling an up leveling to create more ease and impact. So I wanted to share a testimonial that had come through a voice message from one of my clients yesterday. And I just loved it and I wanted to share it with you. She said, I want you to know I really appreciate you. As much as the investment of coaching has felt like a lot, it's been worth it. It's been very worth it to me. I've really needed an outside party to help me, and you've been really helpful. So thank you for that. So that was just an unsolicited, just really sweet testimonial from my current client. And I just wanted to share that because I know how coaching can feel like, well, what am I getting into? And how is this different than therapy, and all of these types of things. But if we really see it as the result that we get from making that type of investment in ourselves, the time, the money, the energy, life transforms. I'm a product of it. So many of my clients are a product of it. And coaching, I just absolutely love it. Biased, but it's true. All right. So we're going to get into today's topic. I want to talk about Ayurveda. Ayurveda. If you've never heard of it before, think of it like the traditional Chinese medicine. Instead of from China, it's from India. It's a 3,500-year-old, 5,000-year-old evidence-based science that there are doctors that use Ayurveda for surgery. They're as simple as telling you what to eat or what's your dosha, or maybe you've heard some of these types of terms before. So whether you are an expert in Ayurveda or new to Ayurveda, one thing you might be thinking of is, why is this on the Billable Hour Burnout podcast? Why are we talking about this as a professional modern woman? So I'm going to tell you. So if you've never heard of Ayurveda before, I'll take a minute just to explain. Ayurveda, 2 words. Ayus meaning life and Veda meaning knowledge. So Ayurveda really is the study of life, the study of longevity. And so what it is comprised of is 4 things. Now, a lot of us may recognize the first 3, but the 4th one is the kicker and one of my favorites. So we got body, mind, soul, and the 5 senses. So when we balance our body, we balance our mind, we balance our soul, we balance the 5 senses, we find what we call alignment in Ayurveda, or in Sanskrit, the word svasta, which is just this like inner, outer, complete alignment. It's just me drawing this straight line right in the middle of the screen where you're at. There's something about Ayurveda that is really profound, but I'll leave it there. There will be more about Ayurveda, but for now, I'm keeping this really simple today. One thing that a lot of people hear with Ayurveda, so if you haven't heard it, you're going to hear it now, but is these concepts of the 5 elements. So in Ayurveda, it's a little different than TCM, but it's earth, water, fire, air, and ether, ether being space. So everything in our universe is made up of these 5 elements. Everything in our world, we look around us, is made up of these 5 elements. Everything inside of me is also made up of these 5 elements, and you. And so we have this like macrocosm of these 5 elements. We have these microcosm inside our body and our cells and our lymph and our blood. And it's comprised of, they take these 5 and they synthesize it down into these 3, what they call doshas. Vata, which is space and air, Pitta, which is fire and water, Kapha, which is water and earth. All right, we're not going any deeper than that. But what I want you to know is that we are comprised of these 3 elements, right? All of the 5 elements, but we each have balance of this Vata, of this Pitta, and of this Kapha. So we have all of it in us, because if we have all 5 of the elements, we definitely have some constitution of the 3 of them, right? So that's just how it is. Now, what's really I start to love is that everybody has different balance in these 3. So some of us may have one of more than the other. I work with a lot of women who are driven and fiery and strong and decisive, very Pitta, very fire. And I have a lot of clients who are visionaries and they're creators, and they're just the ones that like make, not the ones that necessarily make it happen, but the ones that dream it to be. Those are my Vata clients. And then I have my Kapha clients who are like the steady. I've been at my company for 20 years. I'm the person that everybody like loves and comes to and they trust. Like those are my Kapha clients. So I have a balance of all the clients because it's natural that we have a balance of all of them and that we primarily fit into one of them. Now, again, as a modern woman, why do I care about Ayurveda? Ayurveda, if you're feeling burnt out, it's the thing that is going to be the easiest way to get you out. It's going to be the thing that's going to be the most natural, the most simple way to find harmony again. So it helps you find balance. What does that mean? Stable energy, improved health, better sleep. Okay, it allows us to optimize what our personal body and mind need to be less stressed. So take a moment. right? And maybe even think when you eat too much food on Thanksgiving, your body is stressed. Like your stomach hurts because you ate so much food. The same goes for how much water we drink or don't, or how much sunshine we get or don't. So when we are out of alignment, our body is stressed. And then that exacerbates on top of back-to-back meetings, 100 unread emails, just getting pings on our phone all day and night when we're trying to take it easy. You can feel that stress. And so Ayurveda helps us learn how to stress less on a deeper, more profound level. Okay. It also helps with digestion, immunity, emotional balance. I love this. It helps with emotional balance. So if we're feeling stressed out, maybe it's how we're perceiving things that are exacerbating the stress. Okay, so that's all well and good. But again, tell me why, as a professional woman, that I want to hear about Ayurveda. It's because it can also enhance your concentration. It can create a greater productivity. It could mean less sick days, less brain fog. It might mean less freaking out on your colleagues or snapping because you get a last minute ping on your phone at 7 o'clock at night when you just wanted to watch TV, right? This is the type of work that I do with my clients in my coaching program, Freedom. When we work together, that first step of moving to and through this program is about burnout recovery. And Ayurveda is my secret sauce. So I'm letting you know, I'm telling the world right now, Ayurveda is my secret sauce that I share with my clients to help them find that balance again. So when we talk about Ayurveda, the study of longevity, what's one of the things that can get in the way of your longevity? Your stress. We know this. 75 to 90% of all visits to the doctor are for stress-related health concerns. That's major. That's major. So we want to be very mindful that we're taking care of ourselves in the best way that we can with the minimal amount of time that we have to give. So that's why I teach this in a way that feels simple, doable, and gets immediate results. It's all about finding that thing that's going to be the easiest for you to start going. So when I teach my clients how to embody Ayurveda without being an expert in Ayurveda, you start to learn your body-mind type. Are you more Vata? Are you more Pitta? Are you more Kapha? They're all perfect in all their ways. You start to learn the foods and the things that are going to help balance you, keep you more grounded feeling, help you stay more energized. You'll start to learn what helps you and what hurts you. What else? Okay, so you can also have ways of grounding yourself, ways of feeling more stable, also ways to like really just get you focused and moving. So there's ways that Ayurveda can help you as a secret weapon to getting through that busy season. It can also help with giving you a high-level understanding of the patterns. So when I ended up in the emergency room, prior to the emergency room, I should say, I had acne on my chest, my back, my face. I was dealing with flare-ups, right? Hives was what ended up bringing me to the hospital. I also had, what else did I have? I had a whole host of stuff, but it was showing up. Oh, I was having intense eye pain, like such sensitivity that I would wear sunglasses in the room. So if anyone has ever done that, I want to know. Me and my colleague used to wear sunglasses in the room because the fluorescent lights were just so intense. And so I was having all these fiery pitta imbalance signs that I didn't see until I fully burnt out. I literally, my body like burnt to a crisp. So I'm sharing this so that you can find more awareness that all of these things that if you're not sleeping and maybe you keep waking up at 2 a.m. every morning and you're worried about getting fired, there's a pattern there. If you are feeling like you get a second wind at 10 o'clock at night and then you get to work and then you're not getting enough sleep and you're exhausted that way, that's also another imbalance that's showing up. So Ayurveda shows up and it helps build patterns so that you can start understanding what's going on and how to solve for it instead of just a goop, a cream, or a really stiff drink to help you through the night. Ayurveda teaches you how to feel better. Priceless. If you can truly learn how to feel better in your body, in your mind, in your soul, and in your five senses, you will truly be a new woman. I guarantee it. Ayurveda teaches you how to not be so stressed in your life. It is one of the most powerful things. And what I love so much about it is that the principles and the rules are simple, but it's not one size fits all. Salads aren't good for everyone all year round. Doing a certain type of diet isn't good for everybody. We need to be mindful that applying that one size fits all usually fits no one. So we're focused on this very customized approach to solving your burnout based on who you are, what time of life you're in, and the life that you're living, and even where you're living it. So these are the things we have to be aware of when we are factoring in how to help you overcome your burnout so that you can start feeling more easy in your everyday life. So this is it. This is today's episode. I want to keep it short. I want to keep it sweet. I want to keep it digestible because that's what Ayurveda is all about. So if you are coming here and you're feeling this, you're like, oh, I want to learn more about Ayurveda, I have a whole treasure trove of posts on my website. You can go to achelowawellness.com. That's ACHELOA wellness, WELLNESS.com, and go to my blog. You can type in Ayurveda. There's a little tag for Ayurveda or a category, one of those things. You can look it up. There are so many things as modern professionals that we can do to stress less and enjoy more. Now, speaking of that, April is Stress Awareness Month. It's also my birthday month, but it is Stress Awareness Month. And I'm kicking off the month with a webinar. I haven't done a webinar since early January, since my holiday series, and I'm ready to come back. I love webinars. They're so much fun. And I'm inviting you to come with me. It is absolutely free. I'm going to drop the link in my comments. The webinar is called How to Stop Burning Out and How to Start Enjoying More. It's very easy. I'm going to share with you simple steps that are going to help make a huge impact. You're going to learn 2 strategies in that call, and you're going to have a whole lot of fun. So I invite you to join me. It's on Monday, April 1st at 7 o'clock Eastern. So Monday, April 1st at 7 Eastern. You're going to see me blast out all of this all over the places. You're going to hear it in my newsletter. You're going to hear it on Instagram. You're going to hear it on LinkedIn. And you'll hear it again next week and the following, I guess, and as we move into the next episodes of Billable Hour Burnout. So I would love, love, love to see you there. If you don't see the link in the comments based on where you're seeing it, send me a DM and I will make sure you get the link. I want you there. You want to stop burning out. You want to start enjoying more. It's spring, baby. I want you there with me. All right. There are going to be 2 other events in the month of April, which you're going to want to be part of. One is going to be my virtual networking, and another one is this really intimate coffee chat. So if you want to be part of either of those, you have to be on my newsletter to get that info. So go to achelowawellness.com. At the bottom of the homepage, at the bottom of every page you go to, you can just type in your email and you will be instantly signed up and instantly getting more than you could ever imagine without over spamming your box, but just a ton of value that's going to come your way. All right, everybody, this is the end of today's episode. If you liked learning about Ayurveda or Ayurveda, it's Ayurveda. Come find me on Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube, or wherever you hang out. I want to know what's landing for you. I want to know what you want to learn about. These episodes are made for you. And they're just to help you with whatever's on your mind. And if you give me a question of yours, maybe you'll be featured in a hot seat where you get to join and ask your questions to me one-on-one and join me right here in this hot seat. All right, everybody, this is the end of today's episode. What I'm going to say last but not least is I have a new Instagram handle. So if you're not following me there, it's the Lauren Baptiste at Instagram. Hello, if you're there and I'm seeing you right now. And I can't wait to be connected with you. Thank you for listening. If you want more information about me, Lauren Baptiste, Achelowa Wellness, my one-on-one coaching program, Freedom, or anything else, visit my website, www. Do people even say that anymore? .achelowawellness.com. All right. Have a most beautiful first full day of spring. Happy March Madness if you do that too. I'll see you around. Take care.